Hey, Tip, sisters and brothers, welcome to the house of divinity. I am proof B. Greetings. Sup? Get this leg over here. When you get an old man, you gotta be like, let me grab the leg. I ain't gonna bring the leg. Let me grab the leg. Come here, leg. Tie your leg up. Shit, like that. Anyways, so I made a video earlier today and on that video I said Donald Trump's people are coming to inspect. I was kind of right, but I found out it was actually it was the same thing, but not the way I was thinking. Because I was thinking the people from Donald Trump's administration, like they done fired some people and now they're hiring new people. Now now they're inspecting people like me on Social Security and all that, right? So when the people got here, well, let me say how the usual inspection goes. So again, I think I said on the last video that, before Corona, I had inspections every 6 months, blah, 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 6 months. And then after a while, it was a brother, like big brother. And, after a while, he just know my place. He just come in here and be like, and this is what the inspection consisted of. The most important thing, they want to know if the smoke alarms are working. Like I'll tell you about that in a second. So that's the first thing. And then they want to check on if you're tearing up the goddamn apartment. If you got holes in the walls, you've been punching shit. This is the veteran, my part of this stuff is the Veterans Administration. And they are used to dealing with people with problems. You coming from war problems. I got one under me. Anyway, see, I'll get it. Well, I already said it 1,000 times. I was in the Marine Corps the only 3 years that America wasn't in war. We were switching over from jungle warfare to Iraq, Iran, desert warfare. Anyway, so when they get here, let me finish explaining. So, the other types that when the inspector comes, he's usually by himself. Like I said, after a while I got to know it was a tall brother. He come in here, he's like, yo, you got a nice apartment, I'm out. Because he got to know the place after a while. So, and he usually came by himself after Corona. Before Corona, it was that guy from the city or whatever, and then the people or the representative of the landlord of, the facility. So they used to come together. Then after Corona, only the city, they came by themselves, you know. You good? Yeah, yeah. So now it's okay to breathe there. Anyway, so this time they came in to inspect, yeah, and it was a representative. One of them was a representative. I know the guy. I know this guy's a Mexican guy, because he's always the one that come around and check the property out, blah 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 blah. And then he came with somebody I've never seen before. He was a Caucasian guy, and it was an older guy. You know, he's probably about my age or maybe even older. And so, you know, they come in. I'm like, come on in. What? Anyway, so they come in, and I'm like talking to the inspector guy. You know, the guy representing the landlord. He just standing on the side, and then you know, I'm talking to it. I like to talk nowadays, and he's like looking at me like I'm stupid. And right, he look around, write shit down. I'm like, yeah, let's have some. And he look at me like, you went in the other room, you went in the kitchen, blah, 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 right? Now, when I realized he wasn't speaking anything back to me as I'm talking to him, I just started talking to the representative of the landlord guy. So we start talking, and he's like, yeah, man, I like your place. Yeah, man, I only have one room, too. That's all I need. I'm like, that's all I need. I ain't got no whole bunch of people. And, you know, we just shooting the shit. So then the inspector guy comes out here, and, you know, cause now I'm telling the representative of the landlord, I'm like, you know, the smoke alarm over here, you know, every time I cook, the goddamn every time I cook, the smoke alarm go off. You can't even have a little bit of smoke, and then the smoke alarm go. So you gotta, you know, I took the towel, and I'm trying to wave the smoke, right? So I guess I'm doing the kung fu towel wave, and it smacked the smoke detector off, and it broke all up, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm telling the dude, yo, hey, look, the smoke detector, that's the first thing they look at. Do you have a smoke detector here, one over there, and one in the other bedroom? They wasn't concerned about that. He didn't even ask about it. He just was writing, and he took a cup, and he's taking pictures. I'm like, why are you taking pictures? You know, and he didn't say anything back again. I said, this is about Trump, huh? And that's the first time he spoke something. He said, no, this is nothing to do with the government. I didn't say the government. But anyway, so somehow him and I guess because the representative, I told him what was going on, so he went around, he looked around for himself. So I'm standing out there with the inspector guy, and suddenly he says, I've had this job for 42 years. Shit, the only thing I've done for 42 years. I don't think I've ever worked for nobody, none, zip, zero, nada for 42 years. And why did he feel the need to tell me that? Out of thin air, like, I've been talking to your mother ass since you've been here. You ain't said a word. Now you telling me you've been in this job. Specifically, he said, I've had this job for 42 years. Well, he didn't say year. He said years. I said, yeah. So I'm like, boy. Well, I didn't say that. I said it in my head. 42 years. Why do you feel you have to tell me that? You don't know me from Adam. I don't give a fuck how long you been working. But after they was gone, I'm sitting here. I thought about it. Like on the last video, originally I'm like, Trump's administration is sending this guy. No, I figured out the reason he told me he had this job for 42 years is because this dude probably been sitting in a goddamn office somewhere. Believe me, I lived at the VA and all that. And I already know. So he's probably been sitting in some office chilling, getting a check like this every week or every 2 weeks rather. And, letting the city do his job. The city. So, because the regular guy didn't come around, he ain't worried about the smoke detector, the most important thing in an inspection. Oh, excuse me. And also, the last time the brother came around, he told me we only doing inspections once a year. Now, I already had an inspection about 4 months ago. So, so they do their little thing. I don't know what's the result, but I guess I'm okay because all my shit is straight as far as I know. And, they left and I'm sitting here like thinking about it. Yeah, it wasn't that he was sent by the Trump administration. He done had this job for 42 years. 42 years. That's all. I'm only. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm 60. Never mind. I was thinking I was 50 something, but never mind. That's still most of my life. I was only 20 something when he started working that job. So wow. These people are coming out the woodwork now because Trump is upsetting some shit. You know what? It don't really matter if he's the Antichrist or the Antichrist is coming behind him and he's really the guy, him and Elon Musk and the guy that running Facebook and the guy that running Amazon and the girl that runs the world. If they save America, even though the price of food, eggs are like $8 and $12 a dozen around this mother. So if you want food stamps or some shit like that, all this shit sound good. Cut down on the government, cut down on this. What happens when you can't afford food in the hood? I guess we gonna find out, cause here we are, like straight up and down. I wanted to talk about my pyramid and all that stuff, but I'm already at 16 minutes, so I'm out. I'll make another video.